Today's adventure brings us to Amherst State Park, located in Amherst, New York. Let's get started. Okay, there are so many unique things about Amherst State Park, one scarcely knows actually where to begin. It's a hidden gem right in the middle of Amherst, and it has a state park designation. Now, when you think state parks, you think somewhere out along a lake, the mountains, somewhere way out in the country outside of the city or town limits. But not so here with Amherst State Park. It's actually a hidden gem with state park status right smack dab in the middle of Amherst, New York. That alone makes it very, very unique and worthy of exploration. And speaking of worthy of exploration, there's definitely some things here that we're going to show you. So let's go explore and check this out. So one of the first things you notice when you come into Amherst State Park is this building right here. Now, back in its day, it was a nunnery until it was bought by the town of Amherst and incorporated into the state park. Now it is used to house those 55 and older. It also does have a counterpart that's not part of the park over there, a more modern version. Now, I can't attest for any kind of hauntings or anything that's associated with this building, for I haven't really heard anything about it. One can only use your imagination upon getting closer to this structure to think that they might have some stories attached to it, but seeing that I haven't heard anything out of it, we're just going to kind of let that go for now and enjoy this building. So what I'm going to do, see if I can get closer to this sign here and see if it's a historical marker. So we see this a lot. The Blue Star Memorial is a tribute to the armed forces who have defended the United States of America. You see a lot of these in veteran state parks. Now we go over here though, we're going to show you something really cool. So we're going to take a look at this grotto here. This thing is very cool. Again, if I heard about this park here by word of mouth, I would have never known this was here. It's a combination of religious connotations and military connotations throughout the park. Okay, look at this view over here. Oh no, this is cool. Well, I hope that blue jay came out on film. Just goes on forever. Again, this is right in the middle of Amherst, New York. Normally you got to drive hours to find a place like this. So for the sheer size of this state park, I'm thinking to myself, how is there even any room for something of this size, like right in the middle of the town of Amherst, surrounded by like main roads and stores and strip malls and the such? It's crazy that this is just like kind of smack dab right here. And again, I found out about this place through word of mouth. I would never have known it was here. And now that I'm here, it's like, wow, this is definitely a place that you should come out and experience for yourself. Now again, throughout this park, there are various tributes to the troops. Another thing that makes this park unique, again, it's a complete blend of religion and military. It's a great place to come. You could probably spend an entire day here. Bring lunch, enjoy the sights, the sounds. This place checks a lot of boxes for me. It's amazing. So if I'm not mistaken, these are the names of the residents of the town of Amherst who have actually served for our country and gave the last full measure of devotion for their cause. As always, we thank them for their service. I can't get enough of this place. This place is awesome. This is officially called the Town of Amherst Veterans Memorial. Again, what I want to point out is not every place I go to has ghost stories and is a haunted location. Another one of my missions for this channel is to find places just like this that have their own ambient energy to it and showcase it and show those who might not know that a place like this exists, that it's definitely out here and worthy of a visit, worthy of exploration. We barely touched the tip of the iceberg with this place. So let's keep going. Okay, so this is going to give me a chance to briefly touch on the history of this particular building. It's the former St. Mary of the Angels Convent and Mother House of the Sisters of St. Francis, established 1928 to 1999. The Sisters of St. Francis have served the poor, aged, and infirm of the Buffalo area since the 1860s. After 1928, St. Mary of the Angels was their Covenant and Mother House, with the East Wing used as a Sisters' infirmary and a residence for the elderly. Soon after construction, the building was home for about 250 sisters and 100 elderly, and was the headquarters for the healthcare and educational work of the order, which included Mount St. Mary's Hospital in Niagara Falls, St. Francis Hospital in Buffalo, St. Clair Junior College, and missionary work in Puerto Rico and Africa. The Mother House complex was designed by the architectural firm of Dietl and Wade, which designed Buffalo City Hall about the same time. Since 1928, the Gothic Revival main building and the beautifully landscaped grounds have been an oasis of peace and contemplation within a busy community. Just look at this place. I cannot get enough of this building. You can imagine actually living here. Just looking at it, you could definitely tell it was a convent. You just feel the energy and the history just like emanating from this structure. And you can see where anyone on the outside here would say, yeah, that's got to have ghosts in it. It definitely looks the part, but whether it does or not, I can't say for sure at all. So as far as I know, there's no ghost stories attached to it, but if anyone knows any different, they can just definitely let me know. So for right now though, I'm just enjoying this place. This place is just simply magnificent. Okay, so check this out. I literally just had a wonderful talk with a local who actually lives here. And he actually just came out without any kind of prompting and says that there was ghosts in this building. So we could be on the right track after all. I'm gonna have to deep dive a little bit and find out what the actual paranormal stories are that are linked to this place. But I'll bet you there's at least one spectral nun walking around here. That definitely wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot more surprises to come with this park, so let's keep going. Okay, so right now I'm on the birding trail. So I'm thinking this here hopefully will lead to the creekside and other notable parts of this park. But we're gonna take a nice panoramic view of this this plane that's out here. Not plane as an airplane, but of just the view. So check it out.
Really beautiful out here.
Yeah, oh my God, can you imagine? This is amazing.
I can see it as a state park.
Yeah, who knew? Okay, so this is the path that we've been pointed in the right direction to go. Again, I've literally never been here. So I'm taking all this in for the first time. You know, walking along this trail, walking along this park, it just makes me think that the Native Americans must have at some point used this. This might have even been some kind of an old trail, but I tell you, you can definitely, amongst the people playing with their pets, laying on blankets and relaxing, you can just feel an energy emanating from this place, from like the trees, all over the place. So I can see where this must have almost certainly been a place of power for people when they came through here.
There it is. No wonder they keep it a secret here.
This is mind-boggling. It's breathtaking. I'd have been coming here every day. It's not far from the house either. Ah, there's the bridge. This is a photographer's dream out here.
Where's that water coming from?
Water's probably coming from Ellicott Creek. That's a guess. But either that or Tonawanda Creek.
It's too clean. It's too clear. That is so cute.
Now we're going to go across the bridge. Another element of this state park, not just a park, mind you, state park. I could literally explore every inch of this place.
Oh, I know. It's beautiful.
I'm going to sound like a broken record, This place is absolutely amazing. I'm actually having the time of my life. And just hang in there. There's more. Ooh, wildlife alert. I think there's a coyote. What? I see something moving out there in the distance, kind of in the clearing-ish.
Like, you see like a tail on
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not sure because this one is a little bit bigger. It looks like 4 legs. Yes, it is a coyote. No, the tail's different. This one's different.
By the way, kids, don't try this at home.
There's a dog in there. Definitely something in there.
If you end up seeing what might be a coyote, a wolf, or some other unidentified wildlife, don't go to it like I am.
I don't know if that's a deer or the coyote.
No, I saw what you saw. Kind of. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Oh yeah. That's a deer. That's a deer.
It's the deer?
That's a deer. You're looking right at me.
Hello.
Over this way. Right through the peephole.
Yeah. Got black on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see you over there, hiding from the people.
He's right in the peephole.
Yeah. There's a couple of them in there.
Hoping this translates well
wait,
for the camera.
There's more than a couple. There's 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
There's a whole herd in there.
Yeah, they're all hiding back there.
But that coyote doesn't stand a chance.
Coyote somewhere with a den. Half the people.
So yeah, that kind of happened. Welcome to nature and wildlife. We saw a few deer, but more importantly, there's definitely a coyote running around here. It's been seen by several people. So let's see if we can get lucky and decides to pose for the camera. And once again, public service announcement. When there's an unidentified carnivore in an area, don't do what I did. This kind of falls under, don't do what Tony does. Don't walk towards said carnivore, whether it's bobcat, lynx, wolf, coyote, mountain lion. Go the other way. This is just strange, weird me with the camera, trying to get some wildlife and some spectacular footage. Okay, another public service announcement. I think this came up a little bit earlier. That is definitely Ellicott Creek. And Ellicott Creek meanders for a long way. So now what we're doing, we're going through here, the Ellicott Creek Trail, and we're gonna see if we can find some more wildlife. Hopefully nothing that's hungrier than I am.
What you don't see is in that area, that grape was what we're seeing. There's a little bit here. Oh, well. You can turn it up. Right there. Come on, peekaboo. Right there, on the branch.
There he is.
Peekaboo. Aries right in front of us. Peekaboo. I should have brought you some food. This time I'm coming back to my secret bag and bring you guys. You guys will love it. And the dog. Did you do that?
Do what?
I got to put it in. I wonder where that coyote is. So much. See that? We not have seen this area. Talking about the things that we've never seen living in New York.
There's always something new.
Very close by, too. Focus on the people. I love travel. So this is what I'm gonna miss. We can't do it, you know, correctly. I'm gonna miss all this stuff. Looks like a den right there. Wow, look at that little spot right there. Anything can look right there in a minute. When the snow covers it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely animals stay there. Looked like a dog for a moment, but it was a tree.
Dogwood tree?
Yeah. It had the color of a dog color, coat gray. The brownish light gold. So I keep walking in this stuff. Tree roots. You walk out there. In there.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody painted a graffiti in there. A face.
Mm-hmm.
Skull.
And it opens up right out into Ellicott Creek. Look how clear the water is. You could literally just dip a canteen in there and have a drink without much concern.
Oh, how does that work? We don't got that around us.
You could just jump right in. Look how clear that is. Now these are ruins of actual buildings, if I understand correctly. There's a graffiti spot up here. Yeah, it's right here. It's a graffiti foundation. Or so it was. Looks like they painted over the graffiti. Looks like someone tried to add some more, but it used to be all graffiti on this thing. I think it's the matron's house, if I'm not mistaken.
You can see the cemetery from
Yeah.
here. Over here, you can see some stone structures through the trees over this way.
Uh-huh.
That's where your cemetery is.
It's on the other side of the fence?
Yeah, but at the end of this trail, there's a walk around.
Oh, okay. Good. This used to be like total graffiti, and they left it for the longest time, and it looks like they decided to paint over. This is the foundations of a building. I think it was Yeah.
Won't be long, it'll be graffitied again.
Yeah, it's like people are working on it. Eat your vegetables. My parents must have did that graffiti. That is so cool, though.
Get a big old print. Okay, I think I see stone.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way from the other side?
I think so. I think we continue going that way.
But to get back to her.
Yeah. There's the streets and the roads up over there. But, like I said, but wait, there's more. Kind of in the middle of the whole thing, or at the end of the park, I should say, we get the Gethsemane Cemetery. So we have park, military park, nunnery, cemetery. So yeah, all those hiking trails, all those ruins, all those wooden forests, the nunnery itself, which is now living spaces for the people who are 55 or older, and then, what do you know, out of nowhere, a cemetery. So this place actually checks several different boxes. We have hidden gem. We have a cemetery, so we're a little mini cemetery safari. We have ultra cool place with the ruins, and even from one of the residents has told me ghost stories coming out of the main nunnery, which actually that does not surprise me. So what ghost stories is there? That I have no idea, so we'll just have to keep you posted and see what I can find out. But we're gonna go in this cemetery real quick because we would be amiss not to. I don't know how big this cemetery is, so we're obviously not gonna cover all of it because of the daylight situation we have. But let's check it out. So like I said before, we're obviously not gonna cover this whole cemetery. I don't know how big or small this is. I just see a few cool monuments I wanna get a peek at and just get an overall look for it. So we can, because we still have to actually go back, retrace the trail, and get back to the cars and eat food, because food was on my itinerary here somewhere. But we're just going to give you a quick little peek at some of the more interesting things in this cemetery. I don't know if there's notables buried here. There's almost certainly veteran, war veterans and the such. Again, I have no idea how big this is, but just take a peek around. A cemetery does not necessarily have to have famous interments or super monuments to be super cool. This so far seems to be a great example of that. And it kind of hops out in the middle of the nowhere. I'm sure there's other access points outside of Amherst State Park, but this one, it just comes right off the trail. If you didn't know it was here, you'd run smack into it. You'd be like, oh God, look at that, a cemetery. You gotta be kidding me. I am looking at what looks like some very interesting markers and some sculptures actually in the distance. So we're definitely gonna check them out. This marker here looks very interesting.
Looks like it goes around.
Yeah, it looks like it's a roundabout. Doesn't look like it's very big at all. I see like ornamental art. So we might be able to get an overview of this whole cemetery here in a few minutes. So I just kind of want to see what this here says. So it welcomes you to the Gethsemane Cemetery. Gethsemane, is just forgive me if I'm saying that with a mouthful of marbles. Since its dedication in the early 1900s, this beautiful, quiet, serene place had been a private cemetery exclusively for the burial of the Sisters of St. Francis of the Newman communities. In 2018, the sisters entrusted ownership of Gethsemane to the Forest Lawn Cemetery and Crematory Group. Now burial in this picturesque historic cemetery is available to people of all faiths. So basically it started out as a cemetery for nuns, and it evolves into a cemetery where anyone can get interred. And it does look like this cemetery here is what I would consider kind of short and sweet. Oh, I get it. Those ornamental art over there is the Stations of the Cross. That's what that is. But look at this. Okay, so this is basically where all the nuns are buried. In this circle here. Never ceases to amaze me. It's the simplicity of this place, but it's so beautiful. And so from over here, we can pan out and see the Stations of the Cross. So, looks like it starts over here with the stations. Oh wow, so it's from Lancaster, St. Mary's, we know where that place is. United German and French Catholic Cemetery, Pine Ridge, we know where that is. A lot of Pine Ridge out from Cheektowaga. But again, these are all sisters. It looks like for the most part it's sisters that are interred here. But there's the Stations of the Cross. I'm going to try and get a little closer to see how this translates. Anyone who's familiar with religion knows what the Stations of the Cross are. It's basically Jesus' journey from being arrested and the walk to his crucifixion, where he stumbles a few times. That's where he's laying down over there. I'm not sure how well this translates on the camera. Let's see if I can do something about that. All right, so essentially, over there's where he gets arrested, and he starts carrying the cross. To the crucifixion.
Over there is very visible.
Yeah.
You can barely see it. You have to walk over to it.
Actually, it's translating really good to the camera.
Really?
Yeah.
You barely see it. Dark.
So there's one more thing I want to see. Something caught my eye down here. Yeah. See what this is all about. That's awesome. Donated by Rose Klosner in memory of Mr. and Mrs. Christ Klosner. Well, that'll do it. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when new videos drop. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. And we will see you next time.